What if I told you that at the 2026 World Cup, a player could be shown a red card just for covering his mouth, or that VAR is now more powerful than ever before, or that a substituted player has exactly 10 seconds to leave the pitch? The 2026 FIFA World Cup has completely changed the rules of football, and most fans have absolutely no idea. By the end of this video, you will know every single change and exactly how it will affect every match you watch this summer. Welcome to World Cup Vault. I am your host, and today we are breaking down every single new rule and protocol change at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and more importantly, what each one means for the teams, the players, and the fans watching at home. Let us get straight into it. Rule number 1, and this is the biggest change of all. VAR, the video assistant referee, is now more powerful than ever before. At previous World Cups, VAR could review goals, penalties, red cards, and mistaken identity. But in 2026, FIFA has expanded VAR's role significantly. VAR can now review incorrectly awarded corner kicks. If a referee gives a corner that should have been a goal kick, VAR steps in and corrects it. This has never happened before at a World Cup. VAR can also review attacking fouls before restarts. So if a team scores from a free kick, but an attacking player committed a foul in the build-up, VAR can now go back and disallow it. And perhaps most importantly, VAR can now review second yellow-red cards that are clearly wrong. If a referee makes a clear mistake in giving a player a second yellow, VAR overturns it. These changes will directly affect results. There will be goals disallowed in this tournament that would have stood in every previous World Cup. Mark my words, rule number 2, and this one will genuinely shock you. At the 2026 World Cup, any player who covers his mouth with his hand, arm, or shirt during a confrontation with an opponent can be shown a red card. A red card for covering his mouth. FIFA's reasoning is very specific. Covering the mouth during a confrontation is seen as an attempt to hide abusive or discriminatory comments. FIFA wants to eliminate racism, abuse, and discrimination from the game entirely. Think about what this means in practice. Football players argue with opponents constantly. They say things in the heat of the moment. But now, if you cover your mouth while doing it, the referee can send you off. This is one of the most controversial rule changes in World Cup history, and I guarantee we will see at least one red card from this rule before the group stage is even finished. Rule number 3, 10 seconds. That is all a substituted player now has to leave the football pitch at the 2026 World Cup. In previous tournaments, substituted players would walk off slowly. Some would argue with the manager. Some would take 30, 40, even 50 seconds to reach the touchline. It was one of the most common time-wasting tactics in football. FIFA has had enough. From now on, substituted players must leave the field at the nearest exit point within 10 seconds. If they do not, the referee will add additional time, and the team could face further punishment. This single rule change will speed up the game significantly, and it will eliminate one of the most frustrating moments in football for fans watching all over the world. Rule number 4, and this one is genuinely about player safety. The 2026 World Cup is being played in the United States during June and July, and new research has revealed something alarming. Cities like Houston, Dallas, Miami, and Atlanta regularly reach dangerous heat stress levels during these months. We are not talking about uncomfortable weather. We are talking about conditions that could genuinely cause players to collapse on the pitch. FIFA has responded by introducing mandatory hydration breaks during matches in high-temperature conditions. Referees now have the authority to stop the game if conditions become dangerous and force both teams to hydrate. This has never been done at a World Cup before, and it tells you everything about how extreme the conditions could be in some of these American cities this summer. Rule number 5. And this one is actually beautiful. At every single match in the 2026 World Cup, every player in both matchday squads will gather around the center circle for the national anthems. Not just the starting 11, every single player, every substitute, every squad member. FIFA's message is clear. Every player who represents their country at a World Cup deserves to experience that moment of pride. Not just the 11 who start, all of them. You will see players crying during anthems, players who may never play a single minute of the tournament, standing in that center circle, hearing their national anthem, representing their country on the biggest stage in world football. It is going to be one of the most emotional moments of the entire tournament. Every single game. Rule number 6. Players will now face tougher discipline in confrontations overall. FIFA has made it clear that any aggressive confrontation between players surrounding the referee, mass protests, aggressive arguing, will be punished more severely than in previous tournaments. Referees have been instructed to act faster and be stricter. The days of 10 players surrounding a referee and screaming in his face are over. Any player who does this at the 2026 World Cup risks an immediate yellow card. Combined with the mouth-covering red card rule, FIFA is sending a very clear message: respect or face the consequences. This will change the way players behave on the pitch, and it will make matches faster, cleaner, and more enjoyable for fans watching all over the world. So there you have it. 6 brand new rules that will completely change the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Expanded VAR powers, red cards for covering your mouth, 10-second substitution limits, mandatory heat breaks, the new anthem ceremony, and tougher conduct rules across the board. This is not the same World Cup we have watched before. FIFA has changed the game, and the next 39 days are going to be unlike anything football has ever seen. Which of these new rules surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments right now. I read every single one. Subscribe to World Cup Vault for daily World Cup 2026 content. New video every single day. Hit that notification bell. This is World Cup Vault, and the 2026 World Cup starts in just 4 days.